Yo, what is going on, everybody? All right, I'm already getting internet issues popping up. What is happening here? All right, I think we're finally live. Let's see here. All right. It says excellent connection. So, we're good to go. I don't know what kind of weird false start intro this was, but happy Thursday, happy Town Hall Day. We just had our first Town Hall of the year for 2024. Very exciting stuff. And I figured I would just hop in live. I actually cleared a little bit of my schedule because I love you guys so much. And I wanted to be able to talk about this right away because I probably won't, I'll be honest, I probably won't be able to get a 5 biggest takeaways video out until sometime tomorrow. So I was like, you know what? I can hop in for like 30 minutes, see what the general vibe is, and kind of just go over the rough notes that I have. And speaking of which, in second half of year, sorry, I had a note that I needed to add, or thought that I needed to add as a note. So what did you guys think? First and foremost, what did you guys think? Welcome. Let me know your thoughts. We can jump in if you had specific questions, specific things you wanted to go over. I'll jump into the chat first. So we got DJ here. What's going on, DJ? Matthew Young, Bitcoin Sig, People's Guild. Let's go. Love these guys. All right. And Rift Summoner, what's happening? Okay. So my notes are all over the place right now. They have not been organized, and I'm not going to share them with you, but just because it's all like raw stuff here. But what I will say is the thing that I'm probably most excited about, my biggest takeaway from this town hall, or at least the thing that, caught my attention the most, was the updated overhaul to ranked, because Matt spent a lot of time talking about that. I don't know. Here's the thing. I think it solves a lot of interesting problems. I don't know what new problems that it could create, but I kind of like it. I mean, maybe it's just me wanting some massive change in the game. But again, when he was talking about it, I was just like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, that would like solve a lot of people who just like camp out in certain things. How would it affect me? I play in gold, but I'm able to get into gold 1. Would I be going up against diamond level decks that are passing me by? It would solve the bronze problem, because somebody could come in and just literally get a max level deck and they would rip right through bronze. So now all of a sudden new players coming in don't have to like grind through bronze. There's a lot of things that it really helps. There's a lot of things that it solves, in my opinion. And then when we get rid of leaderboard rewards too, that'd be kind of fun. I know people are going to be upset about that. But there's just so many things that, like, as he was talking about, I was like, all right, yeah, this is a benefit. This is a benefit. This is a benefit. I know people are going to be upset about it, but at the end of the day, it's like we need something different, at least. So I don't know. I'm curious to see what people think. Now, I'm going to say this when I do the 5 biggest takeaways too, but I'll say it again here just because I'm sure people will either tune in or not watch one or the other. There was so much discussed. There was cosmetics. There was, okay, let me go through my notes here. Obviously they talked about conflicts that's coming out next week. They talked about cosmetics. They talked about ranked, the overhaul for ranked. They talked about conflicts essentially becoming like a new game mode at some point in the future. Rebellion soulbound reward cards. They were talking about, marketing that they want to do, DAO. Okay, all this. So I know it's going to be it reminds me of where we were a year ago, because there was so much promise a year ago. So let me get the bearish stuff out of the way. All right. Because I got to say it just to say it, and then we can move on to all the stuff to be excited about. It reminds me of where we were a year ago when there was like talk of, all the new game modes that Weirdbeard was working on. There was talk about guild alliances, land, all these different things. We had so much hype, so much like just potential for 2023, and it was not delivered on. And I think I'm still stung by that a little bit, right? And I'm not even trying to say this to be bearish. It's just being realistic. The team has less capacity, less resources. So as nice and bright and shiny as all the lights were that they were shining, and I appreciate the fact that Matt wanted to have that kind of town hall, where he's just like, Nate, there's no there's no filter here. Just tell them what it is we're working on. That's cool, but I think we all, myself first and foremost, need to just keep in mind that most of the stuff isn't going to make it into the game, at least not in 2024, right? Like, it's cool. I like it. And I hope that they are able to make it happen, but they're so strapped for resources. And Matt keeps talking about that to the point where I'm just like, dude, it's what we know. Like, just say like, this is not a focus of the team right now. Don't say like, because we don't have the resources. So that being said, it was cool to hear like a bigger vision, although it wasn't as big as I'd like it to be, but it was a bigger vision. And that's not to say like, Matt doesn't have a larger vision. It's just he didn't share the broader thing that I was hoping he would. Nor did we get a roadmap technically for 2024, but hopefully we get that in the next town hall or by the end of the month. So that being said, we're going to talk about all the stuff because we're going to get excited about it. But I think it's just important that we all go into this understanding that most of it's not going to happen, at least not this year. But it is nice to know that this is where the team is working towards. So let's go ahead and actually jump back into the chat, see what people are saying now that I've gotten that out of the way. So Matthew says, I like some stuff, dislike some other stuff, but most of all, I literally can't stand these people non-stop pitching in chat during town halls. Yeah, I mean, you know what? It's people are going to complain. What are you going to do until the bull market comes back? Everybody who's down is just going to use it as a chance. So it is what it is, man. Just block them. All right, 4 cents vouchers, of course. Where are we at? I don't even see. Are we back? Oh, nice. 4.2. All right. So conflict should be going live. I love the guarantee. I think that's going to be a big bonus and a big benefit. Lots of good news, says KGM. Virus, what's going on? Virus says, interesting town hall. I would love to get your take. Let me jump down to this one by Virus. Going to need to up your SPS staked if you end up pushing higher. Yeah, well, that's... Okay, so Matt's going to have to solve a very interesting problem right now where people in gold 1 earn more than in diamond 3. So, yeah, of course, I would never, ever jump up to diamond 3 if I didn't think that I could get to the top of diamond. So because I have that option now, I'm not going to do it. If that option's taken away from me, well, that would suck. Yeah, I mean, it would suck. But here's the thing, right? Like, I'm trying to point out like one of the bad things, but there's still a multitude of good things that we talked about earlier, right? So he's gonna have to solve that problem of like, okay, even if I'm in gold, 1, and I'm making like a good amount, the moment I get, to 29 or 2801 or whatever the rating is, as soon as I jump into that, it's got to be better. So I don't know how they would have to change the SPS staking requirement. I don't know how they would have to change the R shares, but that's just something that I think if they can solve that, then everything else kind of falls into place. I know people will still be upset about a bunch of different things, but I don't know. Matt's whole thing is like, there should never be a reason for you not to like level up, right? So right now there's a very big reason. I don't have a maxed diamond level deck. And the moment I go up into diamond, right, diamond 3, I'm facing off against people who could be all the way up in diamond 1. Also, I get a lower SPS staked, right, for a lower SPS multiplier for the amount of SPS that I have staked, and that becomes an issue too, because then I start earning less. So however they end up scaling the rewards is going to be a big part of that. But here's the thing, right? Like, and once again, I know I said I was going to talk about it, so I'm not going to talk about it anymore. But it sounds great in theory, but it clearly hasn't been thought through, right? So I like where it's going, but I think we're very, very far from any kind of implementation of this. I would even venture to say, if this does get implemented, I don't think it's happening until like late 2024. Bitcoin Sig, what's up? A lot seems to be on a 6-month or more time scale. Oh, yep, I agree with you. I think they will take a very long time to get to a lot. Land 2.0 seems like it will take a very long time. Yeah, Land 2.0, let's be real, guys. Land 2.0 is a year away. So here's another thing. Gosh, I really didn't want to be bearish, but like, no land updates. Not a single one. I mean, I know conflicts was the thing, but like 1.6 grain, like we have no idea when that's coming in. And granted, maybe the team is taking, a page out of Weirdbeard's book where it's like, don't talk about dates. But like, it was literally like, we don't really know where it's at right now. Was the response, not it's coming along well and you'll have a date soon. It was, we're not sure where it's at. So hopefully Farpertrot is on the next one and is able to give a better idea for how land is progressing along. But at this point in time, I think new player experience is going to be the main focus. All right, so let's see. DJ says, I'm hoping Farpertrot is 100% focused on land. Other team members will be working on other stuff. I think that's how they're going to split it out. No underleveled card penalties, rating, league, and matchmaking. Huge shakeup, bring it on. I would love to see that too. Now, here's the interesting thing. It's not going to work well for all of those win trading bot farms, right? The way that I was thinking through is like, okay, they're going to keep going up and they're not going to continue playing one another. So they can rise up in rating, but the moment, if they have like starter cards or level 1 cards, the moment they get in silver or gold, they just get pounded on by everybody else. Right? Which means that they wouldn't then get matched up with the one account or the 2 accounts that they're trying to give those wins to. Those accounts would rise up the ranks whenever they would play. But as soon as like they're in separate leagues, for example, right, they push their top tier accounts into silver. But then as soon as all the other accounts get in, they start losing it, going back down into bronze. And so whatever that delta is, right, on their ratings really starts to become an issue. Yo, Druid's Blood, what's going on? People's Guild is here. Is Gank here? I don't think Gank's here. But if you are, what's up, Gank? All right. Money is just flowing into altcoins right now. SPL is fine. Which altcoins? All right. DJ says the next 12 months is going to be so important. I really wish the DAO could hire 2 to 3 people to support the team. Yeah. Well, actually, DJ, my question for you is, what roles would you hire for? I mean, what is it that the team needs? Shoot, hold on. If hopefully there's no connection issues. If there are, I apologize, guys. It's giving me the little weird signal again. Oh, never mind, it's gone. Yo, Geeked Out Basketball. What's going on, guys? Or what's going on? I was surprised at the question referencing Rebellion as underpowered. I mean, you've been showing on X just how powerful some of those cards are. Geeked Out Basketball. Guys, if you're not using Splinter Coach yet, make sure you go check it out. Lots of really cool insights from there. When conflicts, it's going to be next Tuesday, I believe. Tuesday. What's up, Elistios? Ice Ninja Pro. What's going on? Me too, Geek. Rebellion is not underpowered. It's just you know what it is? Rebellion is not underpowered. It is very underrepresented in the meta right now. Just because people don't need it to play at the highest levels, and you don't realize that you don't need it because it's just barely anybody has it. Mr. Fudge, what's up? I have a max CL deck and I've been playing gold for the last couple of months because of the reason as you have stated. Yeah, look, I used to play in diamond and I dropped back down to gold because I wanted to be more competitive and I can earn more SPS per win in gold. Now, the problem that I'm having is that I'm not winning as much SPS per chest that I used to in diamond. And so I'm really kind of trying to think through what I want to do long term in terms of what kind of like season chests I want to get. Value is flowing into vouchers as well from SPS. Yeah, you're seeing people sell off SPS a lot right now. My bearish conflict state is wrong. I'm glad that they were able to get the conflicts out like now, or at least the first possible release date. But I hope that they're able to get the Grain LP. Because, man, if the Grain LP is going to take a while, like Grain LP, titles, Soulbound, unlock on land. Ooh, can we talk about that Soulbound price tag? Did you guys hear that? 18x the burn rate? Let's go. That's exactly what I want to hear. That was amazing. And I know it's going to trigger so many people. Red X. Oh, by the way, auto like re-triggered. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, brother. Elistio saying a lot of positive stuff. A great town hall. Interesting. Okay. That's good to see. Are they winning you back slowly and steadily? All All right, Matthew says, I'm definitely excited for the cosmetics coming to the game, but I'd be so hyped if they turn cosmetic avatars or land cosmetics or whatever and turn them into NFTs and put them in chests. Yeah, man. Look, I mean, one thing at a time. Yo, Walking Keys, what up, brother? Yeah, so okay, let's talk about the cosmetic stuff for a minute. I mean, Nate got to flex. I'm happy for him because he got to flex all these things that the creative team has done, right? That all the assets that the creative team has made over the past however long, which is awesome. But then again, of course, the caveat is like, well, we still need to do UI UX, and we need to figure out when we would actually like launch it in game and all that. So it's not like it's like a portion of it is done, but when it would actually get implemented, I don't know. My guess is that, I mean, they have to be shooting for new player experience to be done by the middle of this year. I would think if I was Matt, just looking at the Bitcoin cycles, I would say we got to get this done like literally right after the Bitcoin halving. All right, because going into the second half of the year, going into next year, everything's got to be firing on full drive. So my question to you, and yeah, I know I'm trying to be a little, I'm trying to be a little, what's the word I'm looking for here? Whatever. I'm trying to provocative. Are you guys okay with land 1.6? Land 1.6 being pushed to the second half of the year in favor of new player experience, meaning we don't get any grain LP, we don't get anything until July. Just because, again, limited resources. All they talked about today was new player experience. If they're gonna try and put all that stuff in before the end of June, where does land fit in? I'm just saying. Having a little asking a little provocative question. Would you be okay with that for all the land folks out there? Virus says, I feel bad for Clay. Matt hinted that he just needs to make a decision on tournaments, going to make a portion of the community upset with him no matter what he does. Well, I mean, I don't think Matt was saying that he needs to just make a decision. I think he was saying that we as stakeholders should empower him with that decision. But getting 67% on board with Clay is going to be tough. I mean, just getting him the job was difficult in the first place. I don't think you're going to get 67% of SPS stake to be like, yeah, I trust him to like do the right thing. I thought he did a fantastic job with the proposal that they put out. I thought it was very well written, very well thought out. He laid out exactly why he was doing XYZ percentages to all the different sets, and it got voted down. Like that was like I didn't talk about it publicly, but that was a really, really disappointing thing for me to see. Like when I saw that, I was just like, oh shoot, yeah, this project is like going to be hamstrung by all the old holders, right? Like they'll never give up power. That was the first thought that came to my mind. And again, I'm not trying to call out anybody. Like everybody's going to act in their own self-interest. But here's the thing. If this is not under the team cannot make unilateral decisions. If this is under the DAO, then we as a DAO need to find a percentage that works well. And once again, I thought Clay did a fantastic job trying to talk to a bunch of people. Clearly, more than 34% disagreed, and here we are back to the drawing board, right? So I hope he's able to figure it out, because tournaments are the one thing that I was like really excited about, and now it's like it was so deflating seeing that proposal get shot down. So just my 2 cents. Matthew, I agree, but it was announced by Weirdbit a year ago. What more can I say? All in terms of intention, but we need aggro. I know you're watching. Bring it on. Respect, brother. I don't think Agie watches his channel. If you do, Agie, what's up? We do miss the chief FOMO officer sometimes. I will say that. 1.6 will take more time. They need to build the templates. They can easily create new LPs for land items. So wait, you're saying land 1.6 is not even going to be this year? Yo, come on. That's too much. All right, that was a bit of an inevitability, though, Virus. Clay has already been pissing certain folks off anyway. Don't think there's any way around it, unfortunately. Well, I would love to empower. I mean, look, I've talked to him several times. I think he genuinely has the right intentions. And I would say that we always have the power to like revoke him and revoke any decisions that he makes if we decide to. So I want to empower him with a little bit more authority to just get stuff done. And I know he's probably like walking around on not eggshells, but just like, tiptoeing the line because he wants to make sure that he's, everybody's getting listened to, which is what his job is supposed to be. But I really wish more people would just like be like, you know what, Clay, like I trust what you're doing. I trust that you have the best thing in mind. Even if it screws me over a little bit, just go for it. And if we don't like it, then we'll vote it down. Right. But just make something. B&B. What are we talking about with B&B? Is it pumping? DJ says, I assume we are hiring devs, but I would let Matt tell us what is needed most. But imagine we hire 3 people and it costs $300 to $400K for 1 year. We can easily make that back. I mean, maybe. I don't know, man. Matt's playing it super conservatively, and I don't blame him. By getting all the roadmap done well and sooner and selling more packs by bringing in new players. That's going to be an interesting thing. I mean, I go back and forth on this. I think that it's an inevitability. I like that word. Somebody just used it. Shout out to People's Guild. I think it's an inevitability that we will reach 1.5 million packs. Even if it's just people buying up at the end to support the team. But the further we go along and the further things get pushed out or pushed, down in the priority list, I do worry that it's going to be more and more difficult for us to do so towards the end. I agree. He did a good job making the tournaments proposal. Unfortunately, Kamiya's unreasonable expectation wants perfection. Tournaments will take a few proposals to get right. Yeah. Soulbound Unlock was called out of somewhere in the 2 to 4x. I thought the 18x was in reference to something else. No, man. He said 18x. Wait, I'm not the only one who heard that, right? He was saying 2 to 4 is what people thought, but 18x is really what it should be. And I like it because card inflation is an absolute nasty underbelly of this ecosystem, right? And the truth is, Chaos Legion Core was bad, but the reward cards were even worse. And so his whole thing is that we need to make it so that whenever cards enter the ecosystem, they're coming in at a certain price, and he's trying to standardize that cost. So whether it is a soulbound reward card getting unlocked or you buying a card, right? And that's why he did the math of like, when you buy a pack of cards, the average CP that you get, collection power that you get versus the cost of the pack was 18x. So, I mean, I don't know if they're actually going to do it, but that's why he said it's like 18x, with a voucher discount. So therefore vouchers coming in to play again. Brian, what's going on? I missed the town hall. Any good news? Yes, there were a couple of interesting things. The problem I think that I'm coming away with, and let me double check my notes again. We have Conflicts. I would say that the only tangible good news is that Conflicts is going live. Sadly, all the other like tangible things that I wanted to hear on, Soul Keep, Land 1.6, all that stuff is we did not get much info. Oh, we did get information about Rebellion Soulbound reward cards. They want to do that by mid 2025. Everything else is like cool ideas, but we have no idea when the implementation actually will be. Not just people or tired, I complain. So I try to be more positive, and the reality is that all has been announced is left to over 1 to 2 years, knowing it's getting. Yeah, man. I mean, I love what they talk about too. I just don't trust them to deliver it. Sadly, I don't think it's a matter of trust for me. I think it's great that they talk about this stuff very high level, but I'm just once again not going to get like lulled into this like, oh, this sounds like a great idea. When this, like. When ranked overhaul is going to be now my biggest question, right? Because I don't care about land, I don't care about any other things. It's like when ranked overhaul, but let's be real. That's got to be second half of the year thing. Actually, well, okay, this is what I was trying to get at with the provocative question about land. Would you prefer to see ranked overhaul happen before land 1.6? And the reason I'm getting at this is I don't think that they're actually going to push off land 1.6, but once again, if their whole thing is to get new player experience to the next level, that should really be the focus, right? And I would put that ranked overhaul, which is similar to like the energy overhaul last year, which is a very underrated change that they made. I would put the ranked overhaul as something that needs to be done before you start bringing in new players. And Matt was saying, second half of the year, they want to get more players. And he talked about like the bridge to Solana and all that. He doesn't want to do that until all the new player experience is done. And so he's not focusing on that until the second half of the year. I'm getting that window of new player experience is the priority right now, between now and like, we'll just call it summer, right? Or post Bitcoin halving, which is, we'll just say end of April or like May, right? So it's like not quite Q1, maybe about halfway through Q2. But yeah, I mean, like Land 2.0 feels so far away right now. I've never felt more confident in it not coming in 2024 than I do today. Which again, I'm just setting expectations for myself here. At least it's for the win. Need to sell my grade. Again, let the DAO hire some peeps. I mean, I'm not against that. The DAO's sitting on a decent amount of capital. As long as it spends it wisely, that can add value to the ecosystem, I'm all for considering it. You're excited to buy cheap land again? Oh yeah, we might get an opportunity for that. I'm going to focus on cards, SPS, vouchers for now. Then when they pump and land crash, I will go for land. Fair enough. Bitcoin SIG seems like they need to do both some land and new player experience, because people need to be able to trade grain. Well, so this is what I'm trying to get at. When's the earliest that we'd be able to see the grain LP now? It would be that first Tuesday of February. Oh, let me look at my calendar here. So essentially like 2.5 weeks, right? Because it's not coming out on the 23rd. I would say that the earliest we can expect it is going to be the 6th now. So my guess is their new release cycle is going to be the off weeks from the town hall. So let's see. We got the 18th today. Which means the 23rd will be the release date. Next town hall is going to be on the 1st. So the release date after that will be the 6th. Like, there's no way they're going to come out with, like, if the town hall's on the 1st, they're not going to come out with, something major on the 30th. So let's actually be quite practical about this, because we can literally count it out between now. Let's just call it between now and like what, Q1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, we'll just say between now and the end of April, there's 7 release dates. So if they're gonna release something not major, but we'll just call it significant, every 2 weeks, 7 release dates, not counting the one next week. What are the things that we would expect for them to come out with? I don't know, but 7 release dates is a lot. I hope that they can fit land, the grain LP into one of them. IC flow. I'm okay with delaying land. Player experience benefits everyone. Land benefits some. Tail says people like their SPS subsidy handouts. Indeed. Yo, what's up, BB Omega? Good to see you here, brother. Seems like the DAO is headed to be a representative system instead of direct democracy. Well, it was never going to be a direct democracy. We're always going to have some oligarchy kind of thing. Because look, your voice is only as big as your stake. I put over 20K into SPK. Oh, 300K. What? That is not my problem. I mean, Druids, you're free to say whatever you need to say, brother. I just don't know what you're trying to say. Mid 2025, really? What did I miss? I thought he said 2024. Oh, did I say something wrong? Whoops. Okay. Oh, was this about the Soulbound reward cards? Okay, yeah. Mid 2024. Whoops. All right. Okay. Now I got it. All right. Ranked overhaul will be a huge deal. I don't think it will take 6 months. I hope not. Okay. So here's the thing about ranked overhaul that had me a little optimistic that it wouldn't take too long. Because he's just like, yeah, we could just remove the level caps, right? So like, as soon as you get to like 2800, you're forced to go into diamond, right? There's no like advanced button anymore. You just do it, which would be interesting. But the other kind of more complex issues are what I was getting at earlier, where it's like, okay, I don't want it to be where like I win one game in gold 1, right, at 2799 rating, and I get 5 SPS or whatever that I'm earning right now, and then I immediately like go up into the next thing, and it's just like, oh, now I'm technically in diamond. I didn't have a choice of whether I wanted to be in diamond or not, and as soon as I win a game there, I get 1 SPS or whatever the thing is, because it's like, you know what, I kind of think it's worthwhile to surrender a game, drop back down to 27.99 in gold, and try to win that game. Because if you think about it, like let's say okay, actually, we can do the math here. Perfect. Look at this, it's a 3x. So why wouldn't, like, if I was winning at 20, or I don't know what the number is, right? But I think it is 2800. So if I was winning right at the top of gold 1, and I win 4.8 SPS, and then the next game I win is 1.6, it would take me 3 energy in low diamond to get up to that same level. In fact, here's the sad part. I would need to rise all the way to champion in order to be able to make more than I was making in gold. So why wouldn't I be surrendering every other game that I win and just be like, okay, let's drop back down to gold, win another one. Oh, okay, let's surrender. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not an exploit, but it's kind of like, that's not the behavior you want to incentivize either. Papa Bear caught the darkest night flu. No, I'm still making content. I'm still streaming. He's out. He's playing different games. Although I am playing different games too. So it is what it is, man. Ranked overhaul, maybe first. Namaste, sir. Are you Indian? I guess half from the subcontinent. But namaste to you. Everything feels far away. I agree. All right. So Grain LP prediction, April 20th. Is it just because it's 420? All right, when Solon card will unlock? I believe they're shooting for mid 2024. Let me not misspeak again. Every 2 weeks. Okay. I like my stakes bigger than my voice. SPS taking are tied to rating. I would guess SP pools are divvied amongst rating windows as well. Yeah, that's true. Matt clearly said moving up will always be getting more. No. Matt clearly said that he believes that's how it should be designed, Baby Omega. But that's not what we're seeing here. I'm literally showing you the pools in this situation, and it's not the same. I mean, even check this. Even in Wild, for example, you make 0.85 versus 0.81 for moving up. The investment to be competitive is literally 2x, right? So all I'm saying is that they would need to go back and figure out how to like divide these further or make it make more sense. Okay, yeah, we can speculate on release schedules now because you're right. Major releases will follow a town hall, and there are really only a few dates between now and Q2. Well, I guess there's only like 4 dates left if you think about it. Q2 starts in April, right? So there's 2 release windows in February, 2 release windows in March. So I don't know what we're gonna get. Oh, the other thing, you know what? Forgot to make a note about this too. Burn event. The burn event is, I don't know when it's happening, but it has not been planned out yet. He said he wants it for Q1, but that's not going to be. He's even saying that's probably not going to happen at this point now. So we'll see. All right, Druids breaks. You have lost the plot. 2-star. Okay, man. I mean, I appreciate the passion. I just don't know what you're trying to say, brother. All right, so Beamy Omega, when I said you got his flu, I meant for when you said mid-2025. I remember when he was saying land 1.5 in 2024. Bro, you know what though? He still thinks that he got a win off of that. And he's not like wrong, right? Like he was saying land 1.5 in 2024. He was saying that in July. And guess what? It launched the last week of November. So I'd say that he was closer than any of the other predictions out there. I don't know if it's Price is Right rules or not. I'm just saying that he ended up being a lot closer than I even thought that it would be. But as we kept getting closer and closer to the end of the year, I was like, oh my gosh, he's going to be right. He's never going to let me live this down. But the problem is because SPS pools are currently league-based, not just rating. Yeah, so again, I don't think it's going to take a lot to make those changes. They just take out the league caps and then have to rethink this. But, you know, thinking is it takes some time. Land 1.6 in 2025, Salty Bear time. No, I don't want to say that yet. I think land 2.0. I think land 2. Okay, let's put it this way. Being serious, not just trying to be salty. I think land 2.0 in all of its glory, right? Everything that we've been given on the white paper, and we know it's all subject to change, but everything functioning the way that it's supposed to on the white paper, I think 2025. To me, with the pace of how things are getting released, all the other, you know, things that have come up that they want to focus on, new player experience, all these, like, I can't see it this year. If they want to have a mini set, if they want to do a rebellion, you know, soulbound reward cards, there's just not enough resources on the team. I mean, you can't like run these guys to death. But what I would like to see is elements of 2.0 getting launched in 2024. So it was all meant to be a joke. Okay, fair enough, man. Fair enough. All right. Do you have a conflicts plan? What are you doing for staking? My conflicts plan is to sell you guys my vouchers at 4 cents or more at this point in time. Because I don't have any packs. I don't have any. I have like 4 cards, so I might buy one just to see how it goes. But they were running the math. In fact, Lilyfire even posted something here. Let's check this. Check this. From all right, from a Lilyfire. Okay, so she was responding to Dave saying roughly 140 CP. So 140 CP times 24 hours a day times 30 days is about 100,000 of the kind of like conflict points, right? Or whatever they end up calling it. And for every 100,000 conflict points, what is it? It's like for every 200 conflict points you get. Oh, wait. Okay. 100,000 means that you get 1 conflict point. So basically, you need to do that 200 times. And then that's around $7 in cards. So, am I doing the math right? Hold up. Okay, sorry, here. Okay, so 1 guaranteed card for every 200 chances you get accumulating. So the way that the math works out at this point in time is that for every 140 CP you own or you stake, right, times 24 hours a day times 300, that's going to get you roughly 1 airdrop point. So you need 200 airdrop points to be guaranteed 1 card. And if they're saying that 140 CP at this point in time is roughly about $7 in cards, in order for me to guarantee 1 Rage Dragon, I would need to put $7 worth of cards 200 times. So that's $1,400. So I'll tell you right now, and that doesn't even include the vouchers for the wagons. So I'll tell you right now, there's no chance of me doing that. I would rather take $1,400 and put that in HBD, and then in 30 days use the interest from that to buy however many rage dragons I need. So that is my conflicts plan, is to let you guys all fight it out. Bull Omega. All right, let's build a 100-floor skyscraper with 5 people. Trust us, it'll be there soon. 2.0 in Q1 of 2025 at the earliest. Yeah, hopefully. I like my prediction more. TWD Frodo. Whoa, it's been a minute. I like prediction more too. Not gonna happen, but I like it more. We all like it. 100k conflict points equals 1 airdrop chance. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So at least yes, really curious to see conflict going live and if it will push people to buy more packs. I see people are gonna think that I'm just being embarrassed. I don't think so, because that's never what it was designed to do. At least yes. The whole conflict thing is, Matt's whole goal was people should just own whatever cards they're going to own and then roll with it, right, in the conflicts. And sure, you might get what you might get is more people who are like, if I'm gonna buy and own and play with a certain card, let me just grab the gold foil because I get way more towards the conflict points. But I don't know if you're gonna have a bunch of people that just buy packs to hold them or buy a bunch of extra cards to hold them, because you can't rent it. It's not getting you anything of value. And I just told you right now, the way the math worked out from Lilyfire, it's, if I wanted to do it right now, assuming I had vouchers, right, and that you don't need to buy the appropriate vouchers, which is going to be significant cost for this, right? It's like at 4 cents, it's like $2 a wagon, and I'm going to need a decent amount of wagons. You need to spend $1,400 to get 1 guaranteed rage. I just, again, maybe if I'm leveling up my deck, it only makes sense if I'm leveling up my deck, right? And I'm buying the cards that I need because I want to play with them. But I'm kind of keeping my options open for Rebellion and hoping that the prices come down a little bit in the future. So what it can do is create more arbitrage opportunities, because if we see a ton of stuff get soaked up off the market, then yes, we will probably see some packs get purchased and opened in order to accommodate the difference. But I wonder how many people have just a bunch of extra cards that they don't need, that they haven't sold, right? I don't know. I could be wrong. I guess what I'm trying to say is the market already seems rather thin. So it getting much thinner doesn't, I don't know. Hopefully I'm wrong. Conflict is a mirror of land strategy. You get some gold foils. Financial advice, don't ape into broken mechanics. Oh, I like the mechanics of the way that they're doing it now versus the last one, right? Versus both Chaos Legion and Rift Watchers. So I wouldn't call it broken mechanics, but it's something where the least like it. The only way that I would participate is if I was already there getting something, right? Like if I was already gonna own the cards. So I'll probably end up buying a wagon and putting the 4 to 5 cards that I have on there. And then as I go along, add to my collection, I'll continue adding to those wagons. And I like the fact that there's a potential for the wagons to be, something bigger in the future too. How do you want to destroy after? Okay, what are we saying now? I don't know, man. I don't want to destroy after sound. All right, the trick will be to predict which airdrop is a good one and which ones are meh. Yo, Rage looks ridiculous. 5 damage with Weapons Trader. Just send you the airdrop calculation stuff on Discord. It might help toss the visuals alongside all this. Oh, well, thank you for that. Let's go and take a look. Oh, shoot, it's already 9, man. I've been on for almost an hour. We'll stay on for just a little bit longer. Just because the conversation's getting good. All right, let's see what we got. To determine, all right, so determine your contribution per hour. Be sure to add 100 contribution per hour for each rebellion pack you wish to stake. Oh, so they brought down the rebellion packs from 150 down to 100. For the purpose of this example, we use 355 or 335. Now, what's interesting here is how much do you need? How much CP per hour do you need in order to get 100,000 to get one chance? Wait, we can do the math on this, right? Didn't she just say, oh, 140 CP? So, okay, so 140 CP, that's the magic number. I think this is what people are going to be diving into over the weekend. What is the minimum for 140 CP? I mean, they said $7, right? Is roughly the average for cards. Well, what is going on here? Why is it taking so long? Okay, let's go to Rebellion. And actually, yeah, let's keep let's take off Legendary. Let's take off Dragon. I do want gold foil, but I'm curious to see like common gold foils because I think these are 120. Are these 125? Yeah. Yo, okay, so check this. All of these should get scooped up off the market. Now, why am I saying that? Well, because like well, never mind. I guess it's $2 a pop. Lilyfire was calculating it at $7 for every 140 CP. Clearly, you can get it for significantly cheaper than that. So she might have been looking at like even the cards that are less efficient, right? Which are going to be all the non gold foil. But if you like gold foil and you're just like, I mean, shoot, it doesn't even matter. Go down here to the bottom. Check this, $1.13. So actually, let's do the math. Let's do the math. So you need 140 per hour. Times 200 divided by 125, so 224. Hold on, I'm forgetting what I'm doing math for here. Okay, so you would need 224 gold foil commons in order for it to make sense. But check this. I mean, there's a decent amount that are like under $1.30. Yeah, I'll say okay, times 1.3. So you could actually get a guaranteed copy for like $300 if you were to spend $300. But here's the question. For $300, what are you getting for holding it? And is Rage going to be $300 per BCX? Probably not. Wait, but there's 9. There's 9 of them. All right, I'm slowly convincing myself to jump into the conflicts here, only if I can get some certain guarantees. But the thing is, what it might drive me to do, which is perfect, right? Because I'm literally doing this on the spot in front of you guys. Hold on. What it's kind of convincing me to do is actually start leveling up my deck now. Right? So it's just like, oh, if I was planning to buy certain cards, then like, okay, well, you know what? Fine. Let me grab some so I can throw them on the wagon. Oh, and if I'm going to grab them, maybe I might as well just grab them in gold foil. Right? So yeah, so that's happening. All right, it's going to be interesting the amount of airdrop minted total for secondary market. I think maybe your math is wrong on conflicts. Maybe my level 3 legendary 3000 power costs $30. Yeah, conflicts points 300. Yeah, so Bitcoin saying I was going with what Lily Fire had posted, where she said it's $7 per every 140 CP. Clearly we're seeing opportunities to get it for significantly less. Right, so the $7 for the 140 CP would essentially calculate out to 1,400, which is way higher. I think we're seeing it for 300 per BCX now. Rage is totally fine at level 3. Yeah, Rage gonna rage quit people. I have enough CP for 12 airdrops. That's 350k. CP cards are worth 4,200. Nice. Yep. Okay. 300 packs for 1 guaranteed. It's not 30k CP. Respect to you, Druid Bloods. But that is just the first airdrop. Why would Rage be $300 per BCX? No. I wasn't saying that Rage would be. I'm saying that Rage would not be $300 per BCX. So what I'm trying to say is, Virus, one of the easiest ways for me to get into it would be to spend $300 to get a guaranteed copy of Rage, right? So in order for me to get enough, airdrop points to guarantee me 1 BCX, I'd have to spend about $300 in collection power right now. And what I was trying to say is that Rage wouldn't be worth $300 for 1 BCX, but that's actually disingenuous, because you should take that 300 divided by 9, and what are we at, like 33 or so, something like that. Because it's not, if you can get the same guarantees later on, right, similar to what we had previously, then you're getting 9 airdrops for that $300 investment, right? And 33 for each airdrop actually sounds kind of on point. Granted, I know Chaos Legion makes us skew the numbers a lot lower, but if you're looking at the legendary cards right now, it kind of makes sense. I've got a bunch of vouchers for you to buy. Man, I just sold my vouchers today, but maybe I got some more. They just keep getting minted. I mean, you know, the best thing about vouchers is they just keep showing up every day. I just sell some and more show up every day. Not even Darth Squirrel yet. This is very interesting. But if it's 50 vouchers per wagon, I mean, that would take me a couple days to accumulate. Am I wrong in thinking the conflicts is geared to whales? But Liberty Guy, let me tell you a secret. Hold on, I don't want anybody else to hear it. Everything in the game is geared towards whales. And I'm not even saying that as a bad thing. It's just literally like the game is pay to win, guys. Right? So the more money you spend, Matt even said this today. He's just like, yeah, if you want to come in and spend more money to start winning more, then you can do that, right? That's kind of what the whole ranked revamp or overhaul system would be. So look, I mean, I say this genuinely, Liberty Guy. You know, I'm not trying to get at you. It's just like, literally the whole game is designed for whales. The more you're willing to spend, the better you're going to be able to do in the game overall. The more SPS you buy and stake, guess what? The more SPS and vouchers you're going to get. The more cards and stuff you have, yeah, you got to combine that with skill. But the more land you have, like, it's just this it's a whale, like crypto's just a whale dominated thing. Let's not just rage, but the total of all airdrops. Yeah, okay, I think we covered that. Once you buy, you're basically having the same for each airdrop. All right, one thing that has changed with Rebellion is getting in early is rewarded. We all got burned by chaos and didn't want to fall in the trap again. Matt is doing a great job not repeating past mistakes. I agree. Yeah, Icy Flow with Ice Beam. Nice take. So how much is CP per airdrop? I think it was 140. You need 140 CP is what Lilyfire had said. Where the numbers kind of diverged is what her average for that 140 CP is. She was saying $7, whereas I think we're seeing we can get it for significantly less. Granted, it's only specific cards, right? I mean, how many cards can you scoop up here? There's not even 200 cards for sale. But if I wanted to, I can just go buy all these cheap cards right now, right? For like $1 something. But the question is, what am I going to do with them at the end? Right. So like once Rebellion is done, it's just like, oh, now I'm sitting on a bunch of like single BCX gold foils that maybe get overprinted because people bought too many packs towards the end. So once again, this is why I say, all right, it doesn't make sense for me to just go ape into all of these cards here, because like, what am I gonna do with the Hardy Stonefish of the world, right? I should just be going in and buying the cards that I need. And if I like the cards and I'm gonna level them up and I'm gonna use them, then all the better. But to be honest, I don't see many of these cards, especially at the bottom of the barrel here. I see Endless Ape sometimes, so maybe there's something. But see, therein lies the question, right? So I think we calculated to be $300, $300 a pop. If you are bullish on the game, or bullish on the project, and you were to come in and instead of aping into cards for rage and all that, you were to ape into SPS at 2.5 cents, 2.6 cents with your $300. I mean, what would that be worth in 6 to 12 to 18 months? Staking it, compounding it, earning vouchers. Oh, decisions. What do you do? But that's also an unfair calculation because you still do own the cards for that $300. Yeah, I was never saying that you don't own the cards. I was just saying that if you buy all garbage cards, then at the end you still just have garbage. Red X, I'm Druid, you are honest. Thanks, man. Our gold foil cards need to be rewarded more than they are. They drive pack value and the overall set value. Talk to Clayboy, put it in a DAO proposal. That's a game thing though, so that would have to come from Matt and the team. So we feeling excited? I mean, you know, I'm hoping that airdrop, or not airdrop, but conflict stuff should keep us busy over the next couple of weeks until we get the next town hall. Ooh, see, I'm not the only one selling vouchers. Look at that. We come down quite a bit. Did we burn some more SP? Oh, we burned 1 million. Okay, we burned 1 million. That's a decent amount. Matt said we're almost halfway through the supply, the distribution. That doesn't seem right. We're 1.2 in at 1.2 billion. And then I guess we're at another 100 million. So we're like 1.3. So we're not quite halfway, but we're close. I guess if you think about it, if we're still minting like 100 or 1 million per month, sorry, 1 million per day, which actually we're not, but still, just to make it easy, that's like every 3 months we mint another 100 million. So it would take only about 6 months actually for us to get to that point. We need to burn so much more. We need to burn so much more. Well, this should be fun. We'll see how things shake out. I'm so happy from someone like me who owns all gold foil. Nice. Gold matters. Gold cards. Shout out to Gold Matters. Gold cards get rewarded quite nicely on land. Gold foil cards, even for CL, have only appreciated since day one of release. Is that true? I can't imagine that to be true. I'm excited, but I'm really busy with work and don't have much time. Nice. Well, yeah, there's not as much going on. So I suppose as long as you're able to get your cards staked on day one, you'll be good. Like my card value is only higher than what I bought them for, even 4x. Nice. BTC is nosediving. It's not that vouchers that dropped. It's Hive. Oh, okay. Let's see. Is Bitcoin? Oh, we're still at 41. Are we going to be under 40 with a refresh? Nope, still 41. Who thinks we're going to get to sub 2 cent SPS again? I wonder if we're going to get some kind of catalyst soon, but I don't think I was really given any kind of indication of that today. That big bar beneath those charts shows what you're looking for. Oh, it's overlooked for age. It's a bit hidden. Oh, I know what you're talking about. This one here, right? How much is burned? So see, we're not quite there yet. Oh, not minted. Perfect. 56.3. But still, we're close. But the issue is we still just have too much circulating, too much that's being given out. I mean, if you think about the inflation rate, still kind of crazy. Let's see. Hold on. Again, this is just rough math, but 1/1200 times 65. The inflation rate of SPS is still 30%. It's probably not actually 30% because we're anywhere between like 20 to 30%, which is still ridiculously high. For context, like the inflation rate for Bitcoin, I think is less than 1%. Both tokens are hard capped, so you can kind of like put them in the same boat there. But oh god, that actually that makes me feel awkward to say. So let's not say that again. All right, let's see. I bought most of my gold foil cards first day of Rebellion. People sold them cheap. All are up 30%. Nice. Slowly buying more gold foil Rebellion cards. Well, I'll be honest. I mean, looking at those gold foil commons, I'm almost thinking, yeah. I mean, here's the thing. I'm trying to find cards that are useful at like single level, right? So, I mean, the 2 mana cards, $5 a pop. I mean, maybe instead of like buying them regular, I just go and buy these. But I don't know. Let's see. Hold on. Can we go? Let's go to the rares. Like, that's the thing. It's just like, okay, if I want to maximize for CP, then I go to the bottom of the barrel. But the reason that they're at the bottom of the barrel is because nobody uses them. So it's like either you pay a premium for the cards that you want. Look at that. This is 500 CP per BCX. But who uses Sea Dog of 8? Oh, I thought I heard this card is pretty good. The Pirate of 8. I mean, probably not at level 3, but... Oh, it's level 2. Never mind. And I'm sure gold foil epics are probably outrageous. Oh, he could be interesting at 1 BCX with that weapons trainer. 2,500. Yo, baby. Oh, whoops. All right. SPS having every year or two. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. I know you're trying to push that idea out. Best CP per dollar is gold foil epics and legendaries. All right. Lurking Puffer went to $6, which pissed me off since I was not able to buy it for $2. Well, fair enough. I mean, look, if you wanted to buy, you should have bought like mid-December after this came out and they delayed conflicts. At this point, everybody's starting to buy out because that's what they need it for, right? You can easily get 100 CP per USD for gold foil Rebellion cards. If you invest 150 USD, you'll have... Oh, there you go. 150. We were looking at 300 earlier. But maybe if you're able to buy a couple of extras. So where are you at in your continue maxing CL versus sideline maxing CL, start maxing RB debates? I mean, I'm not even focused on maxing CL anymore. There's certain There's certain Rift Watcher cards I want, but like I'm not even looking. I'm not even looking at Chaos Legion anymore. So for me, especially with conflict starting up, if I was gonna put, you know, stuff into the game as a gaming budget, then it would probably be Rebellion, and it'd probably be specific Rebellion cards. Just because I'm happy in gold. I'm earning a decent amount. Now Matt might just come along and, you know, ruin everything with his ranked play overall, which is fine. I'm just being obnoxious about it because I want him to do a ranked play overhaul. But you know, playing in gold has been actually a lot of fun. So I've enjoyed it for what it is. I don't need to be at the top tier or whatever. So we'll see if they make some changes, certain changes, then maybe I'll push to go a little bit higher. But I don't want to spend another single dollar on on Chaos Legion right now. Like I said, there's probably certain cards in Rift Watchers that would be nice to have, like a level 2 Core Lurker, for example, or a level 2 or even level 3 Inevitable would be nice. But I don't know. I think I'm just trying to future-proof things, so we'll see how it goes. But I'm having fun playing some battles. All right, guys, I gotta hop off, but I hope you guys have a phenomenal rest of your day, night, whatever it is. I will try my best to get a 5 biggest takeaways out as soon as possible, and actually try to start doing videos again regularly, just because it's been a little difficult the last couple of days. But have an amazing rest of your day, night, weekend, whatever it is. I will not be able to live stream this weekend, so no stream on Sunday. I apologize. If I can do one Monday, I'll try. If not, I'll see you all here Tuesday. But BB Omega is going to be on about 40 minutes, so make sure you guys go jump on and join him and Stever. Cheers to People's Guild, Icy Flow. All right, see y'all later. Peace.